Okay, so we're going to talk about the reverse culture shock that I experienced when I went back home to the United States in August of 2013. I went to two different states, two different cities. The first one I went to was Charlotte. The second one was Los Angeles. While there are differences in culture shock in those two different places, there are overall themes of things that I experienced that were like, oh, I'm not used to that. So the first one was the language. Like, I didn't necessarily like being able to understand everybody's conversation. Now, when I'm in Korea, I'm starting to pick up words here and there, phrases. I understand the overall gist of the conversation, but I don't understand everything. And so I kind of like that because it allows me to tune out. But being back in the States, I understood every complaint, every happy comment, everything I understood. I heard everything. My hearing is very good anyway. So just being around all that language, it just, I don't know. I think I was just used to not being able to be a part of people's conversations. And then people are loud. I was just, you know, I had a layover in Dallas. And I was just sitting there watching, and I just realized how unhealthy people are in terms of weight in the States as opposed to Korea, where I came from. I sat there, and a good chunk of the women, melanin dominant women, were overweight. And so I would just look, and I was by food places, mind you. So, you know, you had the fast food places, you had the semi trying to be healthy Subway, and then you had this other smoothie place or something. And most of the people, you know, of course they went to the fast food place. It was automatic. It stood out to me because I guess I hadn't seen so many melanin rich women where I was living. And so to finally see them and just see the overall trend, it was kind of like depressing. It was funny when I was in Charlotte, and my friend and I, we went to Target, and it was a Korean mom and her daughter, and they were getting out the car, and they were just standing there, and I looked, and I was like, and I kind of did the same thing that Koreans do to us when we're here. It was so weird, and afterwards I was like, did I just do that? Like, even when I lived in LA, there's so many Korean Americans, like, it's, why are you having that reaction? And I think it was just, I don't know, I wasn't expecting to see any Koreans. I knew I was going to a different place. You know, I was just like, I saw her and I was like, and then I got excited. Like, I don't know, it was just, it was really strange. And so for a moment, I kind of felt probably how Koreans feel when they see me turn a corner or something like that. It's just like, I didn't make any sounds, because out here they'll be like, oh, 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 you know, they'll make sounds, you know, but it was really weird. It was so weird to me, but it's something that I experienced coming out of Target. Now, I don't live in Seoul, so if I lived in Seoul, I probably couldn't make this claim, but the crowdedness, I just felt really, it felt crowded, especially when I went to LA. LA is just, come on, like, it's too many people. It is too many people. It was just, it's so many people, the traffic, you can't get anywhere. Good luck if you're trying to go somewhere on the 405 at any time of the day. It was just like, what is going on? This is the 405 at 6:30 p.m. on a Tuesday, and it's freaking horrible. Like, it's horrible. The rearview mirror, like, it's horrible, 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 horrible. I do not miss this at all. They're building stuff, I guess, because this shit is horrible. People hop over in front of you, like, it's just, it's ratchet. This is just a ratchet mess. A ratchet freeway. Another reverse culture shock, driving. I lost all my swoop skills. Okay, I'm a really good driver. I'm sorry, I must say. I am a defensive driver, so I pay attention to everybody on the road. You know, I've been driving since I was 16. I've driven in blizzards. I've driven in all types of things. So, you know, I know how to maneuver. I know how to swoop. I know. Like, I just know. I went back. I forgot and lost all skills. I was waiting behind the longest lines at lights. Like, I just lost my driving savvy. I think that's it. I think I've lost my driving savvy and I have to get it back. But the driving in LA, absolutely not. It's too many people. It's too many cars on the road. It's not enough carpooling. It's too much gas. It's too much fog. It's too much smog. Now, if you go to Seoul, you will experience that because, like I said, Seoul is like crazy. But LA, it was just like, where am I? What's wrong with these people? These people are losing their minds. The stress level in the States is like code red. Just talking to people, you will see how much stress they are under or they feel. People, it's like constant worry. It's constant paranoia. It's constant nervousness. Like, you know, I would tell somebody, oh, you know, I was in South Korea, I'm going back. Oh, you're gonna get bombed. Oh, it's like, okay, how many news stories are you going to believe? How much propaganda are you going to fall under? When are you going to think for yourself? It's just, I think it's the mentality, and you know, the media and the corporations, they have just taken a hold of people in the States. And that was my experience. I was only there for a month and a half, or 5 weeks or 6 weeks. And I encountered that in both places, in Charlotte and LA. And these are two totally different places culturally. You know, the diversity levels are very different. But I just experienced it in both places. I experienced, you know, the food, of course, the variety of options for vegetarianism. However, there's so much soy in the markets that are being promoted as healthy and, oh, this is great for vegetarians and vegans. Absolutely not. The amount of like processing and still chemicals in it. First of all, you're not even supposed to eat soy. That's a whole different story, but there's a really big push for that, I noticed, especially in LA, to get people to eat this fake healthy food. So that was something else that I experienced because I was really excited to get back somewhere where I had a lot of access to stuff. Each person has their own experience. Each person will notice things and not notice things. There are probably some things that I didn't even pay attention to, but the main ones were like, you know, the mental state of folks, the stress level, the food, the driving, the crowdedness, the language, and just being in two different places and experiencing the people in the atmosphere. This was my video of my reverse culture shock experience after living abroad for a year. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought, or if you've experienced reverse culture shock, what were some of the things that you thought or stood out to you that were like, whoa. So again, see you later. Bye.